Tuesday at pregame, this is Johnny Detroit. Let's get right to the action over at pregame.tv. Marco D'Angelo and Steven Nover have some videos up for both the NBA and to preview the Super Bowl and to recap the conference championship games from Sunday. They break down Magic and Pacers and also Notre Dame and Seton Hall. There's also a really good prop video up breaking down how to bet the NFL playoff props by Brian Leonard, and that is a must watch. Speaking of props, I want to give props to DET Drew, 7-0 overall on the streaks page yesterday, and Easy Money 11, 7-0 yesterday on sides. Once again, as always, you can click streaks anywhere within the pregame site to go direct and track who's the hottest members in the pregame community. Over to the good, the bad, and the ugly for a Monday. Steven Nover, top seller yesterday at pregame, top guy that I pushed, his big 3-star winner on the Memphis Grizzlies. He has been killing the NBA so far. Ben Burns wins 5 of 6. Brian Leonard, 1 selection, 1 winner. Props to you, Mr. Brian Leonard. Denver Money sweeps the board. Joe Gavazzi nails his big 3-star. And Spartan, another rabid dog winner on the Houston Rockets. Over to the not-so-good, Lenny Del Genio goes 0-2. After a great weekend on my end, I dropped my 3-star on Santa Clara. Gil Alexander loses his NBA best bet. Goodfella 0 for 2. Another rough day for Goodfella. JR finally loses a big play. He loses his 3-star on the ice. And Vegas Runner drops his 3-star. With that being said, who am I looking at today? First off, the man doing work, the hookster, Mike Hook. He has a 3-star. When Mike Hook says 3-star, you got to listen. He's not a guy that throws around catchy promotions, tosses 3-stars around like Tic Tacs. So when Mike has a 3-star, you got to listen. Mike's my main guy I'm looking at today. Shake and Bake, my feature on the actual pros homepage. 7-0 college basketball totals run. He has a college basketball total up, and it's already loaded right now. So check that out for sure. And Spartan, after the big win yesterday, is another rabid dog selection. His record at being at pregame.com, 167 and 93 on these selections, 64%. So you're talking volume. So if you're a long-term person, you like long-term results, Spartan's rabid dog plays 64% over a long period of time. 167 winners, 93 losers. That's a must-look today. So since today is Tuesday, today is the start of the 3-day slash where Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday I take 3 handicappers. I slash. They're 7 and 30-day packages. And today, tomorrow, and Thursday, those slashes are going to be Mr. Greg Shaker, J.R. O'Donnell, and Andre Gomes. Andre's huge volume in basketball. He sells his packages a little bit more of a premium than most pros. So if you're a fan of his basketball, the guy's won about 160 units over the last couple years of pregame, all documented. He's a must-look at for 7 or 30 days. If you do want to commit to Andre more long-term, shoot me an email at Johnny@pregame and I'll take care of you. But once again, Andre Gomes, J.R. O'Donnell, Shake and Bake, Greg Shaker. Their 7 days are up on the homepage right now. If you're looking at the 30 days, you got to go to their private page. Also, quick note, pregameaction.com. Check out and sign up at one of their endorsed sports books. Make a deposit. Let them know. They confirm. They will contact me, and they will fund $100 in pregame dollars into your account. That $100 could be used in any increments with no expiration date. So you could buy dailies. You could put it towards a bigger package. So moving on to the free selection today. And the free selection today is from Mr. J.R. O'Donnell. Game number 559, Iowa State, plus the points, plus 7 over Texas. JR has this game power rated at 3.266. Huge overlay on the points. Take the points, game 559, Iowa State. So on to Johnny Detroit's tip of the day. And today's tip of the day is I get a lot of emails, and I see it a lot on the forum when people quote key numbers or mathematics or how to hedge or tease or whatever. Is where do these numbers come from? Is there any recommended reading? So a few things that I would recommend. I'd recommend Sharp Sports Betting by Stanford Wong. You can find that on Amazon. It's a lot cheaper than going to the bookstore. Another great book is Conquering Risk. And if you notice in the back, I have a bunch of the pages ripped out. They had some really good charts where they're breaking down all the different sports and key numbers and the true value of the numbers. If you really want to become a Dorkosaurus Rex and take it a step further, and you probably would have to also be a sports fan to get through the reading because it's not technically all about gambling. but it's the basics of certain sports, and you can use that information to become a better handicapper. And if you like baseball, is The Physics of Baseball by Robert K. Adair. He's a physics professor over at Yale, and he did an amazing book on breaking down baseball. And there's a section where he goes over weather, from humidity to wind to like minor changes in weather, how it totally could affect a curveball, how far a ball goes, how quick a ball goes. And it's a lot of stuff. If you check weather and you want to do more on totals, or you want to handicap pitchers versus certain conditions, I guarantee you the guys making the odds are not factoring in as much detail as this dude is. He's a professor at Yale. All due respect to the odds makers in Vegas and offshore, but I'm going to take a physics professor at Yale's findings on weather and the conditions over a guy using a power rating any day of the week. And another decent book, and this one you have to be a sports fan because it's pretty boring, but there are some interesting stuff from athletics. They took a lot of actual stat data, and there's everything from 3-day rest in the NBA, that it's X amount of points difference based off road, and it's some pretty in-depth stuff and some actually interesting stuff. They actually do a full study on one of the really highly debated things of when somebody is up 2 to 3 points at the end, or 3 points, should you just foul and put them on the free throw line or let them shoot the three? And there's a real interesting section on that. And just to spoil it, is they say that there's no mathematical, no edge whatsoever in fouling, and that people, just when you notice that when they hit that three to tie the game, you sit there and go, why did they foul? Well, their findings show that there is no reason to foul, and you're better off just playing the defense. So a very interesting read, and there is some gambling stuff in there. So from Johnny Detroit to you, thanks for watching. I'll be back tomorrow, and as always, best of luck.